It was the first of its kind on Guam, a head-to-head fitness challenge like no other. Athletes from boxes all over the island converging in competition under one roof. From snatches, double unders, rope climbs, yoke carries, it was an all-out battle of the fierce and fittest on island.
Howdy everybody, welcome to Fit AF. Thanks for starting your day the KUAM way. We are talking about Uproar Guam. The Terrible Twos is coming up in a few months, and we've got the co-founder, one of the co-founders of Uproar Guam, Paul Claros. Thanks for joining us. And of course, Chris Barnett.
Right, yep. So he's the fit part, we're the AF part, just to clarify.
And fun, fitness
Yeah,
and fun.
there you go. So Uproar, I mean, this was a one-of-a-kind event, and what I really liked about it was like a bunch of working out stuff, but then there was also beer.
Right.
You know what I mean? So there was kind of like a different, way different than anything we've ever seen on Guam. And how'd you guys get this idea?
Well, basically, we, of course, with the CrossFit community is very strong on Guam. One of the biggest things is CrossFit's become more of a spectator sport, not just a workout thing. So, like you said, you have people working out, then you have the other part of the gym, which is the guys that kind of are there for a little bit of fitness, and of course, you know, they're working out to drink beer, to be honest.
Right.
I was mind blown because I had no idea. All I knew was, hey, you guys are gonna do Uproar Guam. You guys are gonna host the show, produce a TV segment, and when I got there, I was like, what?
Yeah,
Is
it's
all
just
of
crazy.
this, but it was awesome because the energy, there was so much excitement and adrenaline, and it was a great show, and I actually can't wait to see what's in store for the Terrible Twos.
Well, with the Terrible Twos, the goal for this one, of course, we're kind of playing off the two aspect. Basically, it's going to be a team event, and the way it's going to work, it's going to be female and male. And we're going to split up in terms of age groups. So basically, it's going to be a combined age group of 69 and below, and then of course 70 and above. And in every age group, we'll have two divisions, basically a beginner and an intermediate division.
So Bree and I would be in like the 180 division.
Yeah.
Combined age, dinosaurs. So.
No, well, yeah.
Well, we are doing it, right? That's
Yeah,
the goal of this?
I'm down, yeah, I'm down.
We're hosting, and we're doing some of the
I didn't hear that we're doing it.
Yeah, I'm down.
You're
And
down.
That was cool.
Okay, you're down.
The first Uproar was like, it looked like it was fun, and like I wouldn't have mind trying some of the stuff, but just not like in front of a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
Because I mean, with the CrossFit and that like real functional fitness, it's just really fun to watch because I mean, you guys have like the Atlas balls and you have the wall, and
Yeah.
I mean, these are things that kind of
at least with this one, we're going to try to do. I know with any gym you go to, they always have barbells and things like that. So we try to bring different elements. So this year for the Turbo 2s, we're gonna try to stay away from like the barbells and things like that, and do more fun stuff as a partner. So like more sandbag carries, more sled pushes. Hopefully we can get a car sponsor in there, hint hint, and and so we're either going to be pulling or pushing a car or two, probably a car deadlift as well, some cargo net climbs, things like that. Yeah.
Easy stuff.
Easy stuff.
Easy stuff.
I mean, so easy, yeah.
It's easy.
Let's go back to CrossFit and the whole like the approach of it. I mean, you know, some people out there still don't know what CrossFit is, and they get kind of like, wow, but I mean, I like it because you just combine so many different movements and really just maximizes your workout.
Yeah. Well, with CrossFit, so for example, there's three kind of elements. There's gymnastics elements. There's a cardiovascular element, which is your swimming, running, things like that, and of course your lifting elements, your general basic squat, bench, deadlift, and of course you throw in the Olympic lifts in there. With those three elements, then we can combine it to kind of maximize your full potential. And remember, usually classes are within the hour, so you have like a 20-25 minute skill session, then basically a short workout of the day, a WOD to end the day, and then of course a cool down. So with those elements, and especially with CrossFit, I think the biggest draw to it, one, it's variable So anyone can do it, and it's very scalable. So I mean, of course, for the kids, we have with our gym, CrossFit Gulf Mecca, we offer classes anywhere from a 4-year-old all the way. I mean, we have 75-year-old people plus with our hybrid class as well. So it's very, very variable, and of course, the last thing, it's fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's fun and entertaining.
It is.
And the biggest thing with us is community. So regardless of age, gender, wherever you come from, everyone supports each other. I think that's the biggest kind of draw, as opposed to kind of going to, and of course no downplay to conventional gym, but conventional gym kind of you're on your own kind of thing. Here it's for everybody. So regardless, when everyone PRs, the whole gym PRs. So I mean, that's a good thing.
I'm sorry, what's PR?
A personal record.
Oh, okay.
So I can't take you anywhere, Bree. God.
What was the feedback you got from after Uproar?
You know, basically with the feedback, it was a great experience for the athletes themselves. They've never been in a position where, I mean, everything was centered around them, and we try to cater to the athlete. On the spectator side, yes, it was a little bit long, to be honest, but everyone had a good time. Honestly, the Coors Light was such a good draw to that, so I'm gonna just kind of throw that in as well. But yeah, we had such a great time. I mean, you can't complain when there's a lot of good-looking people working out in front of you. You have a beer in your hand. It's basically like you're at the beach, but in the aircon.
Right.
You know.
So what about the venue for Uproar 2?
So Uproar 2, we're actually going to have it at Custom Fitness, also doing the business as CrossFit Gulf Mecca. I think the plan is basically we're going to close on Friday night, then we're going to set up the whole, just like how we did the ballroom and lights and action and cameras and everything like that. Yeah.
You know what's really cool about this event is, I mean, everybody on Guam knows with different gyms and anything, sports, I mean, other businesses. There's always the politics and but what's so cool about Uproar is you had all these different boxes, these gyms coming together to compete, and it was a really good vibe. It wasn't like there wasn't any hating. It was just like, let's just go in there and try to win. Then you had like the different boxes like cheering for each other, and I thought it was really cool.
Well, the biggest thing I think, like I said, the biggest draw for CrossFit's community, and although we're in different aspects of the community throughout the island, when you come together, you're always competing against time and weight. You know what I mean? So you're competing against the clock, not necessarily competing against each other. So and of course the total goes for basically the fittest, and you always want to cheer for people because understanding that they put the hard work in, they do the nutrition part, they're there at the gym, they do all the recovery stuff. So being an athlete or a CrossFitter, you kind of know that time and effort goes into that. So of course you have to applaud things like that.
Right.
So you do have to be someone in CrossFit to participate in Uproar?
No. So remember, CrossFit's always generalized. Now we say, oh, that person CrossFits because they do that. But remember, the way that the Uproar event is set up is it's basically functional fitness or things that you can do daily. So if you notice, like I said, we're trying to get away from the barbells and things like that and just move to general things. So like more lifting and carrying, things that literally anyone can do.
Right.
Anyone can do. And
there's almost that like strongman kind of
that's the kind of we're not leaning towards it, but it looks like that's the kind of events that we're going to kind of be doing. So it's going to be built around for everyone. So like the guys at Paradise and all these other places can come in, and like I said, it's going to be a partner. And usually with partner workouts, it's always like they always find a dominant, either male or female, and then someone else to pick up the slack. For this one, everyone has to be just kind of well-rounded. You don't there's no need to find a partner that's going to win it, because all their events, everyone will be doing it together, no matter what. It's not like one person goes and the other person will go. So it's not like a tag team.
Right.
Yeah.
So what kind of advice, I guess, would you have, or tips for people that are probably watching and saying, I think I might want to
start
try
training
this
now?
out? Yeah.
Basically, just be able to do fundamental elements, squat, deadlift, things like that, heavy carries, and then from there, everything's, honestly, the more athletic you are, the better it is. But if you're not athletic, it's okay, because hard work always pays off as well.
How about morale building? I mean, doing this team event, male female duos. How much does that build like morale for not just people who go to CrossFit, but maybe people who work together? This is a good thing for them.
Oh, it's a huge team building opportunity. And one of the biggest things that is, with CrossFit is when one person comes to the gym, then they kind of tell their employees, and all of a sudden all their coworkers are there.
They get the bug.
Yeah, exactly. So it's the same kind of concept that when one person comes in, hey, you see the results, and then guess what? Everyone kind of builds on that, and it's the same thing with team building. It's everyone has a goal, and that goal is to overcome the obstacle. So if you can all fight against that obstacle, whatever it may be, then all better for you guys.
I think it'd be cool to see like some of the military, like the Guard or come out and join.
The public safety.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
EMTs,
definitely.
Yeah, because I know a lot of them work out with you guys, so I just think it'd be neat.
Well, speaking of team building, Chris and I, we started this week training because for Uproar 2.
Sound a little more excited
I know,
about that. Yeah.
We are roaring to go.
Yeah,
So
it's
let's check that
exactly
out.
what I want to do at 4:30 in the morning.
Exactly.
With Uproar 2 Terrible Twos coming up, you can say Chris and I are the Terrible Two when it comes to fitness.
Our goal is to show up
Every day.
every day.
But we won't be the Terrible Two for long because we're roaring to go for the upcoming extreme fitness competition.
Just pretend you're biking to the scene of a top story.
After our warm-up on the assault bikes, Coach Claros put us through a series of muscle-busting stretches in preparation for what's to come in the days and weeks ahead.
Try to keep the legs as straight as possible, okay? Gonna reach for the floor. Let's go. Yep. Yeah, you can bend your legs to get there. But try, and then from this position, try to keep the legs as straight as possible. We'll walk it out. Hands walk out. Then I'll walk my feet to my hands. Try to keep a straight leg. There you go. And then walk your hands away. And then just alternate, okay?
The main goal of this one is to try and keep your shirt from falling up to your face. And
Yep. And that's now. Next one. Go. Okay, now from this position, I'm gonna roll my ankle out. And if I had a rope around my belly button, I would pull it forward.
oh yeah.
Push forward. So don't push this out and then hips forward. 3, 2, 1. I'll put my heel back to the floor, okay? I'm gonna brace my hands to the floor just like this. Following my thumb, okay? Following my thumb with my eyes, I'm just gonna open up. Then I'll alternate to the other side as well. There you go. Nice and controlled, just relax, okay? Hands to the floor.
Coach, can you tell us why we're stretching?
Basically, we're just trying to getting prep for movement. So we just want to make sure we're nice and good. Good
Right.
to go, Chris.
So the movements are a lot harder if you go in cold without stretching, right?
Definitely. Well, we warmed up a little bit on the bike, then we're doing some dynamic stretching just to kind of get you opening. So we're doing a little bit of hip mobility with some thoracic openers, just to kind of get us going. It is 4:30 in the morning, so. So for this one, we're gonna go down and back, okay? Face me, guys. So from this position, I'm gonna get my feet slightly outside of my hips, just like this. Go ahead and bring it in just a bit. Now, what we wanna do is basically slight bend in the knees. Now when I push my knees out, I wanna go ahead and try to touch my hands. Go ahead and try to, no, you touch my hands with your knees. No.
With my knees?
Yeah, slow. No, both hands at the same. No, just to try to. So from that position,
okay.
no. Just come here and then just here. Stand tall. So look at Chris real quick. So if you notice slight bend in the knees already out, okay?
See how I do it?
So from this position, remember we want slight bend on the knees, shoulders back, squeeze the belly, and go ahead and slight walk. Chris will demonstrate small steps. Small, we go. Cool. So we always want to have the knees beat the knees beat the feet, okay? So from here, go ahead and stand tall for me. Go ahead and get your feet straight first, okay? Now go ahead and touch my hands with your knees. No, stand up slightly. Go ahead and touch my hands, go. Just touch, there, and now knees out, there. Cool. Feet to the floor, okay? Remember knees, do me a favor, take it like you're my knees, so my knees should be slightly down, good. Keep the feet to the floor, squeeze the belly, and small steps. Small steps, there you go. Just like a zombie. Now if you take a look at your knees, Remember, my knees shouldn't be here. They should be out there. Push the knees, yep. Try to keep my feet straight. It's fairly hard. It kind of takes practice. Good. And small, yeah? Remember, knees out.
My knees go in.
That's what we're working on. That's the reason why we're doing this. Okay, so yeah. And out. Remember, watch knee position, okay? Just relax your hands though, because you really look like a zombie. You like this.
I'm trying to get scared.
Remember, knees up. Small steps, knees up. Okay.
Coach, so what does this work out? Or is this like, this is a prep thing?
Yeah, all prep. So Brendan, let's open up your stance just a bit. Come on. Only because we're gonna be running more, we gotta prep all those small little muscles getting ready to go. So this week is all prehab stuff. Huh? No, basically rehabilitation, so just making sure we're ready to go. So we're just not gonna try to jump into it. We have to prep you for it, okay?
How important is this foundational work, Coach? Because
it's super important. A lot of people overlook this kind of things.
Right.
But we need to make sure that we're on top. Instead of just jumping into running 15 miles.
Right. We're gonna do this, then run 15 miles.
Yeah, I know. So we just want to make sure all the little muscles are prepared to go. Okay.
Let's be honest. For like entry level athletes like us.
Every athlete should do this no matter what.
Right. Okay.
Go ahead and open the stance a little bit. Regardless of level, it's super important.
So Usain Bolt does this?
I'm hoping he does. I'm sure he does. Let's come to the wall, Chris. I already kind of cleared it for us here. Hands gonna be on the wall.
And the shoelaces, right?
Just right there, yeah. Go ahead and extend your hands. Try to be straight. Remember, you want to think of always upright position, okay? Extend, straight. Go ahead and open up your feet just a little bit, okay? From this position, remember, elbow straight. This is called marching, okay? From that position, we're just gonna lift and slowly bring down, slow on the way down, okay? Try to keep the elbow straight, okay? So remember, we're not worried about like how high you hit. The goal is to keep the hips square, okay? Yep, and slow, okay? And let's try the other side. So let's try to keep this upright. It's definitely harder than it looks, yeah?
Yeah.
Small, slow on the way down. So if we lift our leg, it should take about 1 or 2 seconds, and then 4 seconds on the way down. 1, 2, no. So as long as our hips are square.
This one's hard, Aubrey.
That's
deceptive.
Yes, definitely. You should be sweating.
Yeah.
All right, so we have 2 more sets after that, okay, Chris? Just to finish, let's finish another 8 minutes on the assault bike, okay? And then we'll call it a day.
How's those legs?
Come on, let's go.
Let's go. Which one? Yeah, it's gonna hurt like in weird places.
Zombie Brie over here. Zombie.
Can you show me that again?
Yeah.
You guys said walk like a zombie, so I was like just trying to,
You were definitely
do exactly what I was told to do.
Yeah.
But I think I, took it too far.
That's one thing I like about CrossFit Golf. I go to Custom Fitness is you guys like kind of build on those foundational movements. I mean, I worked at other places and you show up and just like, okay, do this, and then you wonder why like you're sore. You know what I mean?
Well, one of our biggest things, of course, we also run a physical therapy clinic, but one of our biggest things is watching athletes. In order to kind of get better, they need to do the little things right first. A lot of people kind of just jump into things like, coach, how do you squat 450 pounds? Well, I didn't gain it overnight, so it's all the little stuff builds onto the big stuff, and it takes it's almost like a snowball effect.
Yeah.
You have that small snowball, and then it kind of rolls downhill from there. Yeah.
And I like how we're doing the same things that much better people are doing. You know, serious athletes do. They all start with that kind of warm up.
Well, at least for you guys, the biggest thing is that, you know, let's be honest, right? Age is not on our side, all right?
Right.
So age, and of course, in terms of working out, so we have to kind of bring you slowly. So doing that prehab work is only going to make you more successful towards the long run.
When we hit the Olympics.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was it, for me. That was really, really tough. It was just the stretches.
Yeah. That wasn't even the workout
I
part.
know. And actually, we went Wednesday, and then again this morning. And the 4:30, man, that's just like killer.
But you know, it is early in the morning, but the way I look at it, it's like, hey, let's get up, let's get this over with, and then, you know, face the day.
Yeah, and I'm not a morning person, so, you know, just letting you know. And I guess you could tell.
We
walking
could tell.
in, like,
We could tell.
So, Coach, I mean, let's say people watching this, you know, entry level, and also, you know, people who train, who do this, who want to get into Uproar. Is it just like a year-round training thing, or is it like a run where you start? I mean, should they already be training?
Honestly, you could take someone off the street and kind of do this workout. The way that this one is structured, you just have to have some kind of general base conditioning, and you should be okay. Like I said, the movements are not necessarily like CrossFit style stuff, so it's going to be generalized to like more open people. So functional fitness, being able to, if you can lift a 5-gallon water bottle, clearly you can do the event.
Right.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
that means you could do the event.
Well, can you lift a 5-gallon water bottle?
Yeah,
That's
I
the
can.
big one.
Yes, I know, with 2 hands.
Yeah, exactly.
I can
Gotcha.
do
Yeah.
that.
Right.
Maybe
Nice.
like one time. But, you know.
See, now
That's
it
when
all
your
depends how
partner-
fast you
your
can do it.
partner-
Right? Now
That's better
then,
than nothing.
then the conditioning comes in how many times and how
Right.
fast you can do it.
Right.
So when is the Terrible Twos?
Terrible Twos is for Uproar is going to be May 11th.
May 11th.
May 11th.
And
That-
go ahead, you
Oh,
can
and more than likely the event should be releasing soon. I think we already have the equipment list down and all the things we need to do. But since it's at Custom Fitness, a lot of this stuff is already there. So we'll be able to, the athletes will be able to come in and actually try some of the, not necessarily the exact event, but at least the implements.
Right, because it's a surprise once
Yeah.
you get there.
Yeah.
Then you
Well, we'll have 1 or 2
what is it.
on the board, so you'll be prepared for the first 1 or 2. But as we get down to the semis and finals, then those will be surprises.
Yeah, I mean, the first Uproar watching, I mean, the finals, the semifinals, it was just, like you said, a spectator sport. I mean, like the first workout was already hard, and then when you have to advance and keep doing it, like I don't know where these guys and these women were getting that drive, especially near the end. It was just nuts. I was like, how are you still going? And then there was one part where Chubby from Boca Box was in there, and he looked beat, and then, you know, his wife ran and got him a beer to kind of regroup. So he was in there like picking up that Atlas
Well, you know,
ball, sipping
I
on
mean,
his
if
Coors
his
Light.
wife could take over, she'll probably do a little bit better than him.
Ooh.
Right.
So it's in May, but
Yeah.
there's actually qualifiers, right? You have to qualify.
Okay, for this one, it's just to be very honest, because it's a team event, so we're probably gonna do no more than 12 teams per division. So we're maxing out at 48 teams
Okay.
total. So I doubt that we're gonna have that many in terms of qualification. Probably more of the younger age group. We're probably gonna have to have qualifiers, but for the older age group, I don't see us seeing 12 teams per the older age division.
Well, I hope you do. I hope you do. The more the merrier.
Yeah.
So any final
Well,
comments?
we can
Yeah.
include you too, or
Let's go. Yeah, I'm down. Are you down or what?
I'm down. If
You
you're
wanna-
down, if
Okay.
you're gonna do it, I'll do it. But
I'm just
you know,
trying to convert.
I'm not
Make sure you set
sure.
your 5-gallon water bottles
Yeah.
already.
Ooh.
well,
Empty or full?
that was actually it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha, yeah.
So just to kind of conclude in terms of Uproar Turbo 2 is going to be it's going to be a team competition. It's going to be co-ed, and it's, of course, like I said, it'll be 69 and below combined age and 70 and above combined age. 2 divisions per segment, and let's have some fun.
It is. It's gonna be fun.
And where do people go for more information? You guys on social media?
We're gonna release it on social media like we did last time on Uproar Guam. At Uproar Guam on IG and Uproar Guam on Facebook as well.
Right. And I never stop following you guys on IG, so the account's still there. Check it out. There's a lot of pics and vids from the last one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, Coach Paul. Thanks, Chris. Make sure to join us on In the Mix, because we'll be rolling out our Roaring to Go segments.
I'm gonna get a longer
on
shirt. Don't
Thursdays.
worry.
So thanks for watching. You were watching Fit AF. Thanks for, what does it say? Starting your day the KUAM way.
There you go.
There
Sorry,
we
been
go.
up since 4.
Have a great Friday.